Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're doing a 30-minute practice leading up to Rajakapotasana, one leg king pigeon pose, which is a deep hip opener, a really great back bend and lift for the upper body. And even though we often use our pigeon pose to come into a more relaxing fold, today we're going to be using it for a little bit of energy cultivation. So as always, I do recommend that maybe you do a little bit of warm up, stretching your legs with the strap or any other little movements you might need to feel warm in the body just before we start this practice. So let's go ahead and get started. You're gonna see I have some equipment with me here today, especially if this is a new posture for you. I do recommend having a strap, a blanket, and a couple of blocks. So grab your stuff and meet me on the mat. We'll start in a seated position. You can soften or close your eyes. And take a few rounds of clearing breath. Slowly allow the breath to begin to deepen, and we'll begin to incorporate our Ujjayi pranayama. So gently constricting your throat and allowing the breath to pass smoothly and slowly, helping you to become focused and present within your body. Let's take one more of these deep breaths. Slowly allow your eyes to flutter open and start with some circles up and around your legs. So breathing in as you draw the chest forward, exhale, start to round the spine and circle back. And let's reverse. And come back to center, nice tall spine. Let's extend our left leg out in front. The right foot will stay tucked in, and we'll lift the foot and place the ankle on top of the left thigh. Take a moment to settle into your hips and bring your hands to rest on either side of your hips. We're gonna start by just lifting the knee up and down a few times. Keeping your feet flexed in this position is going to help support the knees. When you're ready, let the knees soften down, sit tall and reach the arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, we'll take a fold. You can either reach for your extended foot or maybe just hold your bent knee in your arms if that feels better. From here, we'll slowly start to cradle your right knee and foot and your elbows. You can either hold the outside of your lower leg with your hands or maybe link fingers. Tuck in the belly, extend the spine forward. Take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to lift the leg up and in towards the chest. This is deepening the stretch in the outer hip, so breathe here, feet stay flexed. One more breath. On the exhale, we'll release and slide the foot to the outside of your left leg. We're setting up for a twist. Sit tall, breathe in. Exhale, we'll twist towards the right, towards your bent knee, hugging the knee towards the chest. We're here for a couple of breaths. Breathing in. Exhale, release to center, extend both legs. Let's bounce the knees. Beautiful, keep the right leg extended, the left foot comes in, we open the knee to the side, and then lift up the ankle to rest on top of the thigh. Arms reach up. We'll bring the hands to the heart. I forgot we're going to lift and lower the knee a couple times. Try to sit nice and tall as you do this, creating just a little bit of movement. Beautiful, let's add in the fold. Arms reach up, breathe in. Exhale, extending, reaching for the foot, or maybe just holding this lower leg in your arms. Slowly start to cradle your foot and knee and your elbows. Breathing in. On the exhale, we'll bring the leg up towards the chest. Sit nice and tall, breathe. Beautiful, breathe in. Exhale, release. We'll step the foot to the outside of the right leg. Knee is up, setting up for our twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're twisting to the left. And breathe in. Exhale, release. Both legs extend, bounce the knees. Excellent. Bend the knees, feet together, knees are open. Rajakapotasana, wrap your hands around the feet. Allow the knees to open as the chest lifts and draws forward. Breathe in. Exhale, open your elbows and fold. Nice long spine. If you're able to press your elbows to your inner thighs, just put a little bit of pressure here, gently opening the hips a little deeper. Breathe. And inhale, coming up. Bring your knees up, and we'll move into a tabletop position. So just make sure all of your equipment is available towards the top of the mat, your strap, your blocks, and your blanket. In table, we'll start with some circles around the hands to warm up the wrists. Just moving around a few times in both directions. And then we'll continue to circle, but come to the top of your right hand. We're just reversing the stretch for the wrists, gently circle around. Shake it out and move to the top of your left hand. Beautiful, shake out the left hand, come back to table. Inhale, extend through cow. And exhale, rounding to cat. And again. Coming back to table, tuck the left toes under, draw the navel up. On an inhale, we're going to kick the left foot back and up, open the knee to the side, and tuck under. So we're just creating some circles here through the left knee and hip, trying to keep the rest of the body as still as possible. The next time your knee comes down to the mat, let's reverse. Now we open the knee to the side, kick around to the back, and tuck down. The next time your leg kicks around to the back, hold here, close off your hips, and extend. Reach, feel the hamstring, breathe in. Exhale, step the foot diagonally to the right, grounding your toes. Press your heel behind you. Looking forward, on an exhale, turn your head to the right. Look back at your left foot. Feel this side body stretch. Take a breath. Slowly look forward. And bending this right knee, tuck it behind your left knee. So our knees are twisted, they're stacked. I'm gonna scoot around a little bit so that my feet are facing the opposite edges of the mat. From here, we're gonna lower down to our forearms. You can have your forearms on the mat or on blocks. Slowly start to slide the forearms back towards the legs, deepening this fold and this bend. Now normally in this Gomukhasana leg position, we're trying to get our hips to sit on the floor, but today I just want you to take this deeper fold, a little deeper stretch. If your hips come back towards the floor, that's great, but they don't have to reach. Breathe. Slowly we'll shift forward and step back into table. Take a moment for a neutral spine, take a breath. Right toes tuck under. Inhale, kicking back and up, opening the knee and tucking down, starting to circle. And then reverse. Kicking around to the back, close the hips, extend the leg, breathe. Exhale, step the foot diagonally to the left, toes are grounded, heel presses back. When you're ready, exhale, head turns to the left, side body stretch, breathe. Turning your head forward, we'll bend the right knee so it tucks behind the left. Take a moment to adjust, feet out towards opposite sides, and lowering down to the forearms. Take your time here. We want to feel the thighs start to squeeze together as we slide the hands back and deepen this fold. Your hips will tell you how far to go, so just listen to the body, and one side might be a little easier or a little more challenging than the other side. Next inhale, we'll shift forward, stepping out, back to table. Tuck both toes under, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedaling your feet here, lifting and lowering your heels. From here, we'll lift both heels, bend the knees, and lower down onto the forearms for dolphin. So really pressing the floor away through the forearms, strong through the shoulders. When you're ready, you can start to soften the heels down. The knees can stay slightly bent, so you can keep the tailbone lifting. This is a deep stretch, a deep shoulder strengthener. Keep breathing. Slowly bending the knees again, we'll press back up onto the hands one at a time and settle the heels back, downward facing dog. Inhaling as you look forward, exhale, walk to the top of the mat and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold down. Roll up to stand, reaching tall at the top. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Taking a moment here at the top of the mat, we'll open the arms and take a few big circles. Just bring some movement here into your shoulders. Try to control the motion from your shoulders all the way down to your fingertips, and then we'll reverse. Last one. Beautiful, reach the arms out and up, breathe in. And exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Folding down, step your left foot back, ground the knee for a low lunge. Taking a moment, scoot your right toes forward and find blocks under your hands. We'll press up off the blocks, lift the chest. We're sending the hips forward, tailbone is lengthened, stretching your left hip flexor. Neutralize your spine. Option to bring the blocks down or your hand to the mat. Left hand will stay grounded as we bend the left knee, drawing the heel towards the hip. If you can, reaching the right hand back for the outside of the foot, or to really open the shoulder, holding the inside. Squeeze the right knee in towards the chest. Maybe lift up onto these left fingers and feel the foot pulling the arm back. Open, breathe. Breathing in. And then exhale, slowly, gently release. Bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Moving your right foot out towards the long edge of the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, turn to the right, rolling to the outer edge of your foot, opening the knee, and just take a little peek to the side. Breathe in. Exhale, come back to center. Lowering down to your forearms, to the block or to the mat. Deep stretch in lizard here. Maybe we stay rolled to the outer edge of the foot, opening the knee. Breathe. Slowly make your way back up onto your hands and heel toe your foot to center, tucking your left toes under. Inhale, lift your knee. Exhale, stepping back, downward facing dog. Moving through your Surya Namaskar, we roll forward to plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale to rise. And then pulling back, exhale, downward facing dog. Looking forward and walking to the top of the mat to fold. Halfway lift, fold down. Coming all the way up to stand, tall at the top. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart. Bring your hands to the hips, thumbs down here at the tailbone, widen the feet. Softening the knees, we use the thumbs to lengthen the tail down. Lifting the chest, exhale, start to reach back, a little back bend here, open up. And then slowly neutralize, drawing in from your center. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Fold, step your right foot back, allow the knee to ground for your low lunge, hands to blocks. We'll scoot the front toes forward, lean forward, press up, lift, stretch. Letting off slightly, we'll lower down to the mat or lower the blocks. As the right knee bends, heel towards the hip. The left hand perhaps reaches back. We can lift up onto our right fingertips, again on the mat, or up on a block here, and let the foot pull back into the hand. Feel the chest opening. Breathe in. Slowly, gently, carefully release. And bring the hands to the inside of the left foot, heel toeing it out towards the edge of the mat, setting up for lizard. Take an inhale here in center. Exhale, turn left, opening the knee. Take a little gentle twist, nothing too deep. Breathe in. Exhale, back to center, and this is where we lower. You can bring your forearms to the mat or down to the blocks or softening the elbows. Try to pull the left hip back, and if you can, let the knee open to the side, deepening the stretch for the hip. Breathe. Slowly coming back up onto the hands, we'll heel toe the foot to center. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, runner's lunge, step back, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a rest or move through your Surya Namaskar, nice and slow. Come to the top of the mat. And we'll roll all the way up to stand. Reach and bring the hands to the heart. Take a big breath here in through your nose, out through your mouth. Beautiful. Take one of your blocks. We're going to hold it on its longest setting in between the hands and come to stand at the top of the mat. Shift your weight into your right foot. When you're ready, left knee rises in towards the chest. Inhale, step the left foot back to a high lunge. Heel is lifted. Slowly pull the right hip back, left hip forward, lengthen the tailbone. Feel this again in the hip flexor. As you inhale, reach the block up. This might take some time for your shoulders if you're feeling tight. We want to start pulling the upper arms back to frame the ears. You might need to take your time with this. From here, we'll bend the elbows, bringing the forearms parallel to the floor, squeezing the block between your hands, and try not to keep the elbows open, but drawing the elbows towards center. Keep the tailbone long, but see if you can sweep the chest up. Reach back through the fingertips, breathe. And then slowly neutralize, draw the block up, and you can place it down to the mat. Reach the arms forward and up, and slowly open the back hip to warrior two, sealing the heel to the short side of the mat. Breathe. Creating a little bit of movement here, we'll do 3 rounds. Watch the placement of your feet. As we breathe in, we extend up, toes point out, heels turn in. Exhale, Skandasana to the left knee, side lunge. Inhale up, warrior 3. We'll do that 2 more times. Warrior 2. Slowly turn forward and down. Runner's lunge, step back, downward facing dog, moving with the breath. Coming to the top of the mat. Rolling up to stand. Reach tall, hands to the heart. Beautiful, finding your block. Come to the top of the mat, shifting your weight into your left foot. Right knee towards the chest. Stepping back. Ground the toes, find your balance. Again, we might need to take our time here. We extend the block upward. A little bit of pressure on the block with the hands. Starting to draw the arms back. Bending the elbows when you're ready. Actively pointing behind you through the fingertips, squeezing the block, and drawing the elbows towards the head. See if we can sweep the chest up, keep the back glute strong, little back bend here. We'll neutralize the spine, lifting, drawing in, and placing the block down. Arms come up, inhale. Exhale, turn and open to warrior 2. Find your footing, take a breath. Ready to move. Inhale, lengthen up, move the feet. Exhale, side lunge, Skandasana to the right. It's up to you how deep you want to go. Use your heels and glutes to lift. Last round. Warrior 2, hold. Walk the back foot in, turn forward and down. Runner's lunge. Going through your movements, or taking a rest if you need it. Downward facing dog, take a breath. Your next exhale, ground the knees to table. We're going to do a little bit of housekeeping here before we actually come in to Ekapada Rajakapotasana. So blocks at the ready at the top of the mat. You may also want to have a blanket here on the right side. We're going to be starting with our right knee forward. And this is where you might need a strap, so we're really loading up with equipment. I'm going to take the strap around my left foot, tightening it up a little bit, and then just having the rest of the strap here lengthening towards the front of the mat. When everything is in place, Coming back to table, toes tuck. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. So the strap might feel funny under the foot. Lift the heel a little if you need to. Your next breath in, right leg will rise. We'll bend the knee and open the right hip. Take a big stretch here. Maybe a couple of circles. And then extend the right leg back, closing the hip. Exhale, draw the knee in towards your chest. Slowly settle the knee to the mat, keeping the heel tucking tightly in towards your pelvis as you let the left leg slide back behind you. Option to put your blanket here under your hip. This might take a moment just to settle into the weight. We have blocks here for the hands, or you can have fingertips to the mat. We do want to take these first few breaths to focus on lengthening the left hip flexor down towards the floor. So let's take this in layers. I like to have my right hand in front of me on the block, while the left hand finds this long end of the strap, and I bring it over my shoulder. You can start here, and if this is where you need to start because of your shoulder, you can slowly start to lower the strap down and forward and slide the hand up and back. Some of you might be able to just pull the arm back. So when you're ready here, I like to use my right hand to kind of bring the strap forward to lift the back leg. This is a deep stretch through the entire body. So every time I pull the leg in, I'm letting the hip flexor go a little heavier. I'm letting the chest lift a little higher, and I'm strengthening the glutes. The glutes are engaged. Option to bring the right hand back to the strap, lifting. Some of you might even be able to grab your foot. That is still a journey I am working on in this moment. When you are ready to come out, do so slowly. Let the leg extend back. Bring the arms forward, and we'll take a little fold. Gentle, gentle, gentle as you come forward and down. Getting ready to come out. Slowly press up. We're going to tuck the back toes under and slowly lift the right knee towards the chest, stepping back to downward facing dog. Take a few moments to just move the hips a little. And then ground your knees to table. We'll set up for the other side, blocks at the ready, blanket available on the left side of the mat, and we'll move the strap around our right foot. Again, the long side coming up here so it's ready to be grabbed. Coming back to downward facing dog. When you're ready, left leg rises, knee bends, we open the hip, take a few circles. Extending the leg back, hips are closed. Exhale, knee to the chest. We'll lower the knee down first, keeping the heel close to the pelvis. Blanket for your hip as we slide the right foot back and extend the leg. You can start to draw the strap forward. And again, the first few breaths, we're allowing this right hip flexor to grow a little heavier. Hands can be on blocks or down to the mat. So right hand has the strap. We're going to pull it forward over the shoulder and start bringing the foot up. Remember, you can always have a block here for your left hand for support. Sometimes this is all we need to, as far as we need to go. If you can, start reaching the right arm up and behind. We're trying to keep the elbow up and the upper arm close to the head. Option to reach both hands back. Slowly drawing in, and again, layering on. So glutes engaged, tailbone is lengthening, belly in, chest lifted, little by little. Take your time. Coming up, hands under the shoulders, tucking your back toes. We lift up, step back, downward facing dog, maybe stepping out of the strap here if you can. Move a little into the hips. And then ground the knees, widen the knees, big toes together, sink back to child's pose. Pressing up slowly. Getting ready to shift around, bringing the feet forward. Let's roll down. Feet are forward, knees are bent, sit nice and tall. You can hold the backs of your thighs, start to lean back. Tuck the tailbone under, we're squeezing a little into the belly as we start to lengthen the entire spine. Once the shoulders and head are down, draw your knees up and in towards the chest. Give them a little squeeze and rock here across the back. We want to soften up the muscles of the low back. Let your breath be slow. As you find center, open your arms wide, take a breath in. Exhale, lower your knees to the right, finding a gentle twist. Your next breath in, bring the legs up to center. Exhale, lower them to the left. Inhale back to center. Ground your feet and extend out nice and long for Shavasana. Making any little adjustments to feel comfortable. Take a couple of big clearing breaths and feel yourself release. Relaxing through the entire lower body, from your feet to your hips, through the center of your body, from your pelvis to your shoulders, down to your fingers. Relaxing the neck, the head, and the face. And gifting yourself this moment of deep reset. I invite you to remain in Shavasana for however long you are able to do so. When you are ready to come up, do so slowly and gradually on a breath in. Thank you so much for following along with me today through this practice, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.